Alright, so I'll be showing you how we design these flyers today in class. Alright, so I'll start it all over again from scratch and you would learn with us. Alright, so we already have some elements that we use. So here's a new Canva. So we are using our CorelDRAW. So the year doesn't matter, 2018, 2021, whatever one you want. Those are the ones that we are using. Now the first thing we did was to download a background, right? And this background we got it from Pinterest. Guys, this one, the name is birthday flyer background, so you can download image. I already have it downloaded, so there's no point downloading it again. And as you can see, the pictures I'm going to use, I already downloaded them. I got these ones from Freepik. So if you visit Freepik, you see this guy's picture. Just type portrait professional picture, and the other picture is also here. Here, this is the other picture. So you can download them and trace. So using Photoshop, but if you can't trace them in Photoshop, we visited remove.bg to trace these pictures out. Alright, so meaning that we have all we need for design. So to bring in our pictures, we are going to import using the import tool. So if I click on import, I go to where I have my items. So here's my background, here's the other one, and our beautiful guy. So I'll import the flyer background, and so these are basically all I downloaded. The other ones I'll show you how I did them. Alright, so let's get into it. It's a very simple design, so just make it fill up your page. So my page, I'm going to make my page like I think 35, so that you'll be able to accommodate both of the flyers. Right, so the first thing I did was to get my logo. Right, so we don't have the logo in here. The logo was designed. It's not really a logo for any brand, so it don't matter. So let's just do it. So it's just letter W. Right, so letter W, that's I think is Gilroy bold, then letter T, capital letter W and T. Yeah, so they are in white, just like this. So you're going to like increase the airline by clicking F12. Alright, so we had like I think the airline was 6. Alright, so the next thing that was done is to break them apart by clicking Ctrl K. Alright, so now they are separate entities, so I'll convert them to a curve. Ctrl Q, Ctrl Q. Now I can easily just delete this aspect that I don't need anymore. So now I move the T into the W. Right. So now I'll have to convert them to an object if I want to weld it. So click on top there, convert outline to an object. Now I can weld. Alright, so I hold both and I weld. Let's see if I can achieve this in this way. So I'm supposed to have like a clear space here, so I'll use a box and trim this part. Alright, so you can check back, look it closely to see what I really did there. Right, so this went up like a dart. That was how we got the WT. Alright, so I had to create this from scratch so that you would understand how this was done. Then for the mouse button that is there, we look for some icons. This one was we use this one for our, let me copy the image already. Calendar icons. It will come in handy later. Then I said mouse cursor icon. I don't know which one I use actually. I think it's this one. So I just copied it. Alright, so copy instead of saving. You might want to save, but I prefer to copy most times. Am I copying an image? What's going on? I think we'll save. Copy image. Sorry, I went to copy the address. Yeah. So there's what we call quick trace on CorelDRAW. So if I trace, right click, and you would see quick trace. You might use that, or you choose to use outline trace. This will give you perfect tracing. So I'm going to select detailed logo. Now wait for it to trace and delete original image. I can edit them if I want, but I'm going to leave it this way. Voila, I have this. So now I ungroup it and delete the white item. Then I can reduce this one to, mind you, this is, if I'm designing a logo, this is not like basically like, but it's just because of the class that we created. So we just had to create something for the brand. Alright, so I think it's still like kind of like a good logo, but not really perfect. So the name of the brand is Women and Tech. So we used the WT to represent Women and Tech, and the mouse there. Now you understand, when you're working on tech, you have to be using mouse. You have to work on your PC, right? Whatsoever way you understand it. Alright, so I'll be using one single font family, which is Gilroy. Very important that I don't cluster the page with a whole lot of fonts that are not necessary. Alright, on group, so I'm going to duplicate this also. See, presents. Alright, so we're not going to use the bold for here. I'm going to use a more tinier font family, which is the Gilroy medium, and I'm going to apply kerning by using my shape tool. Alright, to create space in between it. So you can see I'm going for like a centralized arrangement. So it's a 3 days program, so I like this and I say 3. I make it big. Alright, so my emphasis on this design is the 3. That's why I'm making 3 so big. So 3 days tech workshop planned by Women in Tech and stuff like that. So we had to use like colors that could correlate with that kind of brand, and you know, women colors are mostly like pink and stuff like that. Tech workshop. So I'm going to reduce the tracking also. Give it a bit of space. Let them, I like to say, let the design breathe. Right, so we're not going to like do too much effort. I think anybody who knows how to use the tools in CorelDRAW should not find this design very hard to achieve. Just follow the step that I'm taking, 1 by 1, 2 by 2, and before you know, you will be done. Alright, you see I'm checking the arrangement, I'm centralizing it to make sure that it is arranged properly. So I just brought out my ruler to check. I want to make sure everything is properly done. So you can do that also in case your eye is not seeing well. I don't mean like in case you can't see what you're doing properly. Then we added what we call registration is free. Alright, because it has to be a form of registration. So to apply contrast in shape, that is to make here look different from every other one, we created a box instead. So I'm going to reduce this text in here, and I might go for like extra bold or maybe heavy. Right, so right now I'm going to, instead of using just black or purple, I'm going to like simplify this background. So I'm using this one, holding it, click on shift, tap on the box, and back minus front is gone. Let's see learn here. All right, so there we have this one. We are done with the first aspect, so we can now maybe group, check for it to be at the center here. I would like to reduce the spacing in between. I think the text is too big. Let's use 20 instead. Alright, so we would add other things to this, like speakers and this side interaction, what is going to be offered in the class. Alright, so I'm going to create like 4 layers or 3. So 1, I'll duplicate it, so this will be white, and this one would be pink. Let's say like baby palette pink, not really pink like that. Then we'll duplicate it. But this time it will be this way at the bottom, and increase. Somebody say increase. Alright. I guess you're good to go.
Indian beats fine. 4.
Bro, I'm actually recording. So we put this stuff like this. I think this stuff is not bold enough. I'm going to like unbold this to like, let me use heavy. I think extra bold would be enough. Extra bold should be enough. And maybe for this we might use heavy. Heavy is much. Alright, so you can see the flow of where we are going to already. And if you notice, everything is arranged centralized. By using a centralized arrangement. And we would also need space for another arrangement down here, where we'll fix in our dates time, and of course any other stuff that's needed. I think this one is better. Alright, so I guess basically we are almost done. So to fix our speakers, we're going to like create an extra box in here. Yeah, 3.5 by this. So I'm going to duplicate because I just need just 2 boxes. And let them fill up. Here is it. So I'm ungrouping. So this color, I think it should be this one. These colors that I'm using were selected from this background, so you can use your color eyedropper, select them. So because I already have the colors, so you can select them from the background, right? Not from your normal colors. So to maintain brand color and brand pattern, we selected the colors from the background that we have. I'm going to copy and place like this because we are going to fix in the speaker's name. I'm sorry about that noise. I'm trying my best to make this place sound. Oh, well. So let's power clip. So there's what we call power clip. So to power clip an image, we can click on here and go to objects, power clip, place inside the frame, and you tap on the frame and it goes inside. And that's one way to power clip. Another way to power clip is you drag with your right click mouse and come at the center and say power clip inside. Alright, so that's another wonderful way. So we're going to edit the power clip to be able to arrange the image as we want it, because we are in control. Yeah, we're in control. Alright, so I'll copy this same picture, Ctrl C, because I want to give an effect of it being in the box and also outside. So paste it at the top, and I'll use my shape tool and shape what I want. Even though I cut up to here, it's still going to work because what? It's inside the box. I don't know, our clothes is not showing as much as I want it to. Yeah, I think this one is better. Alright, so now let's trim. Who's gonna know? How are they going to know? Alright, so we have outside and inside. Okay. Then senior man, power clip inside. So you can keep arranging until you feel it's perfect. Just shape, reduce it to the top. This is what I like, whatever. Everything you want in your disposal. Yeah. So our speakers are ready to speak. So let's group them together and make sure they are at the center of, oh my god. Yawa. Alright. I think this is fine. Okay. So then we have our speakers names. I'm going to ungroup them again.
Good morning to the cutie pie, looking very nice. Good morning to the cutie pie. Tingling, 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 tingling.
I don't know where that sound is coming from. So Joy Akujobi, that's what we're going to give her. So she's the founder at W and C. So for hierarchy's sake, we're going to like leave like round figure. So the text should also be round. His name is Farouk Isa, and he is what, app developer. Then we have what we call side attractions, which are what people are going to see at the event. Side attractions like free HD pictures. Oh, I don't talk much. Pictures, fireside chats, queue, and a session. So let's just come up with words: breakout session to fill up this space, workshop, and then job placements, finally refreshments. Right, very very important at events. I don't attend events, I don't have refreshments. So refreshments, alright, so we can have our box. I'm going to create bullet points by ourselves, custom bullet points. I like them to be like equal size. I don't know whether it's fetish, but I just like it. So I'm breaking this text apart, Ctrl K, so that I can align them together. So So once you have done one, just keep duplicating. Right, then we can hold them all and press letter C. Then use letter E to align them all. Hold and click E. That's like a shortcut to make your work faster and make you more efficient while doing them. So we group together Ctrl G and we'll make sure it's at the center. Let's check. I think it's going fine. So we are almost done. So the next thing left, we've got to like input our date and time. When is this event holding? Stuff like that. So I'll ungroup this. The event is starting from the 26th. I like to use all caps to 28. Right. Of when? Of August. Then we write 2023, just like this. Then we'll do this way. So the next thing is 9 a.m. which is the time for the program. So we need an address. I want to be sure I'm still recording. So the event will be taking place at Chevron Drive. Why this boy do like this? Lagos, Nigeria. Okay, just started raining. I want to maintain the same measurement spacing in between the items. So basically we might say we are done like this, but I would want to place my icons inside of them because I think it's trendy also. So I wouldn't draw them, you can just trace them same way we did. You can smooth them, it becomes so smooth. I wouldn't want that, but I want more details. Let's see about corner smoothness. Alright. So we're going to like reduce them. So much. It should not really show. So I'll ungroup this. place it at the top of it, and make sure that it's centralized also. So we hold them all together and group and make sure that it's at the center. I think you're done. Okay. So we're just going to add social media handle and maybe an hashtag. So where can we put that? We're going to use the top. Yeah. Good thing is that I have icons here that I already use. So I'm going to just take Facebook. So these icons, you can basically get them online, right? Just like how we traced. So that was how I did it. So you can just get your icons. Say what I want is just Facebook, LinkedIn, and Twitter. So these icons are traced already. Women and tech. I'm going to add an hashtag at this side just to make everything balanced. So the hashtag on Twitter. This is my PC. I don't know where they eat their own hash. I'm aligning it to this part also. So voila, that was how this beautiful flyer come to life. Now we're talking about, let's say you don't want to arrange it this way and you're sending it to your client, so you can send them two type of presentation, right? So it's always nice to do that, that they are paying for two. So you can arrange the design in another form. Alright, so this time we wouldn't be needing this. So we'll have to change here to 3D. So this time around we're going to take these pictures and I'll rotate them this time. Alright, so make it bigger. So we wouldn't leave the picture this way. I'm going to rotate them also. I'm going to group this, then make 90 degrees rotation and turn them upside down. Do the same for this. So you can see so if I don't like the spacing, alright, so I can group them together and say be at the center of the page. Really like another arrangement of the same design. So you can group this and group this. So that way we've recreated the design. So here is our first initial one that we did. Here is a different one. Can you spot the difference? Not much of a difference. So thank you and God bless you. So we'll see you in our next class.